All I know is it's a dark elf. They're on their way to the Wave Echo Cave. They want to restore power to this ancient forge of spells. So that's why the spider's going there. As for Gundren, I believe Gundren is still at the Cragmaw Castle. And I believe that they plan on killing Gundren after they get that forge of spells back up and running. But that's what I know. And just please show me some mercy with my old friend Sildar. I know that I'm going to be a okay. I'm in a position to negotiate. Yeah, you can wear that hat as you're in bear form and stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear that hat.
Now I gotta make a token with a hat on.
Is it as colorful as what it shows on the token?
Absolutely, it's
blue
so flamboyant. Yeah, it's flamboyant.
I'm putting it on.
Right.
Oh, it looks good.
But yeah, he totally breaks down. He starts sobbing. He starts to feel regret now.
Are you also working with the orcs at the Wyvern Tor? We heard they causing trouble.
No, my ruffians, they never went out that far.
Okay.
All right. Well, I as he's given us this soliloquy, I start going through the desk. I search him. I search under the bed. I do a sweep of the room to see, looking for
sure.
paperwork, incriminating evidence, and also valuables.
Sure. So
one thing more I might add: your continued safety depends largely on the condition of the woman and the child.
Oh yeah.
He'll take us there next.
They are alive. I can assure you, they are alive. So, at the foot of Yarna's bed, however you want to say it, there is a small wooden chest, and you kind of, you flip it open, and it basically has the belongings of what he has. There's 180 silver. You got, and this set goes on over a couple minutes as you kind of count the coins and stuff. So there's 180 silver, 130 gold. There is a silk pouch that has 50 gold worth of gems. Then there's another 30 gold worth of gems and 100 gold pearls. So there's 180 gold worth of gems. So let me go ahead and add this stuff to the inventory sheet.
While they're searching that room, Ladith is going to go into the workshop looking for a mirror so he can admire himself. But he's going to search through all the stuff in the workshop.
Sure, give me an investigation check if you guys are actively searching. And I will go ahead and you guys want me to go? I'll wait, and then we can do the loot here in just a little bit after you guys kind of explore around a little bit more. Now, as for XP, I'll give you guys some more experience points. So let me real quickly go here.
So as we're searching around and kind of messing around, I talk to the other guys. This make a pretty good hideout. It might be.
Well, this guy thought so.
I was thinking the same thing. And I communicate to the Nothic. I ask him to take the mutilated body out of the room and maybe take it down the tunnel towards the exit, so we can take it back to town.
Yeah, he shakes his head and he understands you, and he drags the half-eaten husk. You also notice that a little bit more has been ate as well. You guys got 120 experience points apiece.
And then I tell him, I was like, I left you some rations. You don't have to eat the body, man.
He says, well, your rations didn't last me that long, human. And he drags the corpse out. He gets rid of the woodworker. He says he'll take him back down into his crevice. All right, adventurers. So you guys have some experience. You guys got some treasure. You have Glasstaff, or Yarno Albrecht, the member of the Lord's Alliance that Sildar was looking for. You still have some unexplored areas of of the Red Brand hideout. Glasstaff has also told you that the prisoners are taken care of. The wife and the 2 children of the woodman, the woodmaker.
All right, Yarno. You're going to lead us to where the prisoners are at. And if there's any more of your crew here,
thank you, Fish.
You're going to dismiss them or we'll arrest them too. All right, which way?
Follow me. And he goes to the secret door. He goes this way. And you guys have him tied up as well. He comes over here, tells you that there's a secret door. He tells you how to basically open the door. Here it is. There's a beautiful door here, which he tells you that right here is an armory where he was stockpiling weapons for his mercenaries. And the door down here to the south, that is to the crypts. And the crypts, they belong to all of the old inhabitants of the Transcender Manor from generations ago.
Now, well, I told you to take us to the prisoners. Where are they?
On the other side of the crypts. You have to go through the crypts.
All right, lead the way. Let's go.
Well, you don't have to go through. Well, yeah, you do actually have to go through the crypts, but he said it can be dangerous. There are undead in there.
That's why you're leading the way. Let's go.
All right, so he opens up the next door, and inside of this room, there are 3. Basically, sorry, I'm getting this thing opened up here for you guys. Voila, there's another door right here, just as he said, where the prisoners are, and you can actually see some small prison bars and a square hole on the door. And as you guys enter this crypt area, there's 3 large stone sarcophagi, or carciphaguses, as Big Dirt used to call them. And it's very dusty in here. It has a very damp, sort of like almost rotten smell. And there are, propped up against each of these sarcophagus, there's a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. And he tells you, he says, see, I told you, there were undead in here. And then and in this room, this crypt at one time when it was first made, it was probably beautiful, because it looks like these crypts are in a forest. I mean, the floors painted like a sand, all of the mosaics stretch, they basically encompass all 4 walls, and it looks like they're in a beautiful forest with pixies and nymphs and stuff like that. And these big pillars that are on the walls, those are like big trees. And then the pillars look like trees. And then on the ceiling and all of the mosaics have all of the tree branches and stuff painted. So this was at one time a very beautiful room where the Transcender, residents were basically laid to rest.
But it looks like you hadn't looted the sarcophagi. Interesting.
No, we did not mess with them because the skeletons would come to life.
It's okay. We have a skeleton key.
Yes.
That's true. We do. All right, open the door. Let's go. Now, and I'll be following right behind him, kind of prodding him along the way to open up the prison.
Okay. So the skeletons do not animate at all. They're still kind of resting against these sarcophagus or sarcophagi. So you look inside of the hole of the door where the prison is, and you can actually see that there are and this is actually a very long rectangular shaped room, probably about 35 or 40 feet wide, and you can see that there's 3 partitioned cells, and there's iron bars that are like dividing each of these partitions. And there in the middle cell, there's a bunch of filthy straw that's on the floor, and there are 2 women and a young boy that's confined in this cell. And as they see you open the door, the spell from your light and everything. It's really dark in here, and they're looking and they're squinting, and they're like, no, don't do it to us again. The girls are saying, no more, don't do that to us again. Don't do it.
No, you don't.
Please
don't have to lick the floor. No more licking the floor.
Oh, thank gosh. Thank heavens. Thank heavens that you're here. So yeah, there's the wife. The daughter is about 18 years old, and there is a boy. So he's about 13. His name is Nars Ulrich. I'm just kidding. It's just Nars. There's the 18-year-old daughter is called Nilsa, and then Myrna is the wife. And they basically, as you guys go into the room, the wife, she just embraces you and hugs you and starts to weep, and she's just crying. She says, thankfully I can put my husband to rest. And then she sees Glasstaff, and she rips away from you, and she just goes over and slaps, just cold-cocks the shit out of Glasstaff. And she says, you son of a bitch, you killed my husband. You're going to pay for this. And she slaps him again. But the Denver's there, thankful.
He will. He'll pay for it. Don't worry. But you will see Lathander's dawn. Let's get you out of here.
Oh, thank you so much.
We start, escorting them to the surface.
My tongue is so sore from licking these floors, I tell you.
Yeah, I bet. All right, Glasstaff. Quickest way out of here.
He says that you can go through the crypts to the double doors.
No. You go. Let's go.
Well, that's what he says as he leads you through the rest of the corridor. So he drags you through the long, narrow corridor, and then he brings you back out into the main room, where the cellar was, and the cistern with the water and all that stuff, and leads you right out the front of Transcendor Manor.
Okay, so as we're getting there, I confirm to him that he doesn't have any more red brands skulking around.
No, there's no more.
And then I point to
the
the door in the west there, and I say, what's behind that door? Of the
talking about that wall, that door.
Yeah.
That's he said that's a small barrack, and then it also has some supplies from a couple of basically caravans that they ransacked.
Well,
so they could actually build up their supplies. There shouldn't be anyone in there now. He says they were the ones that you had killed that were playing cards. There were, but okay. I don't want to do any more.
All right, let's go then.
So I want to stay behind.
He opens up the door. Here you go. He opens up the door, and that's what you see. Okay, Squall, you're staying behind?
Yeah, I want to stay behind and just actively search this entire complex and see if there's anything else we're overlooking, secret doors, anything like that, any kind of loot, treasure.
Well, you actually, I'll tell you what, Droop actually comes and finds you, and he shows you the rest of the area. So I'm just going to go ahead and uncover this entire place. Take the mask off. There you go.
Yes, well,
So inside of the barracks by the entrance, there's basically a bunch of crates that have a bunch of... Somebody's broadcasting. Somebody could turn on push-a-talk or something. Somebody keeps broadcasting. Let's see. There's a bunch of barrels of food. There's also some other scarlet cloaks that are hanging up in the bunk. And there's all kinds of, like I said, barrels and crates and stuff that have food, provision stuff. In the armory up here, there's some weapon racks and some armor mannequins. There's a bunch of spears. There's a bunch of short swords, long swords, 6 light crossbows. There's a bunch of quivers for bolts. There's some more dirty red brand cloaks that are hanging up here, so you can use them. All the armor mannequins actually don't have anything on them except for the cloaks. Andrew, can you put on a push-a-talk for a sec?
I thought I was. Am I not? Am I broadcasting?
Yeah, you are. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. I thought I was on push to talk.
No, it's no problem.
Fix that.
Not a problem at all.
Yes,
So,
Squall, you should check this out. And
No, baby. No, go sit down.
good goop. And let's get some of these sashes, these red sashes, so we can pretend to be red brands.
Oh,
Well, we're gonna have like a costume party while we're searching.
Doesn't it sound fun?
you guys can become the new Red Brands.
It does. It sounds great.
And
All
take
right.
over
like it.
Phandelver. I like it. Or Phandelver.
Yeah, I want to search everything. I want to talk to the Nothic about the sword. Make sure we didn't overlook anything in the wizard's chambers, and what was it? There's some other where they were playing cards and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure we're not leaving anything behind here.
No, I'm doing that right now, so that's why I'm going through each room. Now, this is as you guys are walking back into Phandelver. This is with Squall. So, give me an investigation check in the Wizard's Workshop. And then as you guys move down to the common room where they were gambling. Oh, nice roll, close but no cigar. You didn't find anything else in the Wizard's Workshop. In the room where they were gambling, there's some more barrels of provisions, and between gems and money, there's about another 50 gold or so. So I'll add 20 more gold worth of gems, and then I'll add about another 30 gold. So there's 160 gold you guys got now, 180 silver, 200 gold worth of gems. And then also in this room, there's really nothing else except for there's some knucklebones dice. So if you want to take the knucklebones dice, you can go to the items and drag and drop those into your inventory, or you can drag and drop those and put them on the party sheets. Let's see. The goblin also tells you that there is something hidden in the cistern in the entryway to this place, and he dives in because it's about 10 foot deep, and you see him swimming around down there towards the bottom, and then it looks like he reaches into the wall, and then he resurfaces, and there was a little waterproof case that contained a couple more items, and inside of this box there was another 50 gold. Then there was a set of common clothes, really nice common clothes, and he said that this was Glasstaff's escape, I guess his getaway bag, as he called it. So there's some really nice clothes in there. There was another potion of healing, and there was also a potion of invisibility. And the
Nice.
goblin actually told you that it was a potion of invisibility, so you won't need to identify this. Like I said, there's a bunch of weapons in the armory. The goblin said, do not mess with the sarcophagus. If you mess with the sarcophagus, the skeletons will come to life. And he says the skeletons are encased in fire. He says they are very dangerous. He says many red brands died trying to defeat those skeletons. And he said all 3 skeletons would be encased in fire. So thankfully, you guys didn't try to loot those sarcophagus like my other groups did. So, all right. So let's see. That's everything for this place. And you guys, the party, you guys are starting to walk back into Phandelver at this point. So you guys make your way back to, you guys that were, everybody but Squall was basically taking Yarno back to Phandelver. Now, as you guys are making your way back, the wife, Mrs. Dendrar, Mrs. Myrna Dendrar, she asked you if you could possibly, and she thanks you, and she can't thank you enough for bringing this, and she slaps Yarno a couple more times as you guys are bringing him back to Phandelver, walking him down the path. She asks you that there's something that's been troubling her for many years, and she was hoping that maybe one of you could help her with this problem that she has. And she's saying you guys are big, strong adventurers, and she could use your help with something.
I will sleep with you. Yes.
No, that's not what she's saying.
No,
Laddie.
it's not what.
No, I'm almost positive that's not what she means.
It's not midnight. It's not midnight Mountain Time yet, so we can't go into ERP until then. So ERP after midnight. So she told you that she wouldn't be able to offer you much as a reward, but if you're ever out towards this place called Thunder Tree, there's a town called Thunder Tree to the north of here, and this is where she was born. And when she was a young girl, her and her family had to suddenly flee from the town because Thunder Tree was attacked by an undead horde of zombies and skeletons and wraiths and ghast, and she goes into all these different undead. And as her family were fleeing, they had to basically just leave their herb and alchemy shop there. And she said that as a girl she had this emerald necklace, and she didn't want the undead to get it, so she hid it beneath a section of storage shelves inside of her parents' herb and alchemy shop. And she said that she's been dreaming about this necklace basically most of her life, and she doesn't really know how to get there, and she never dared to return and retrieve it because she thought it was still probably overran by these undead. So if you're ever in the neck of the woods and you ever find this Thunder Tree, and ask the owner of the current alchemy shop if you could look under the thing, under that shelving, because she has hidden her emerald necklace down there, and she said that she would love to have it back.
Thunder Tree. This sounds familiar. Wasn't the druid Rydoth that RC told us about? Wasn't he at Thunder Tree?
Yeah, the dude she was sleeping with.
I think you're right. Yeah.
The dude she was sleeping with.
Yeah. But wait, there was something else too, wasn't there, at Thunder Tree? I believe that Grandfather Sildar was telling us a story about a dragon or something there. Venom Fang, maybe?
Really?
Yeah, like 40
yes,
years ago.
That was my grandfather.
It
wasn't grandfather. Oh,
not Sildar.
It was Rigby.
It was Rigby when he came through with my grandfather, and that's why I didn't recognize Phandelver, because my grandfather would always tell me about Thunder Tree, because that's where the dragon was. The dragon wasn't here in Phandelver.
She said, "Oh my goodness, there's a dragon in Thunder Tree now? Oh, I bet the people of Thunder Tree
was
are just
40 years ago."
Oh my goodness.
This seems like a place we should check out.
Wow.
Bunch of stuff to do. Don't we? We gotta go get a hair comb for some priestess or something, don't we? And
I've got a comb. I need information for a priestess. But yes, that shouldn't take much time though. Just a quick jaunt if we're ever in the area. But first to prison for this guy.
And gentlemen, while we're on the subject, it appears my quest is complete, but I find myself without a task at hand.
Well, you're pretty good with that sword. You might as well come with us.
I also like your calves.
We've got a yeah. Sure.
Sorry.
They are impressive. I know you offered one time to show. I've been looking at them ever since. They're very, very nice.
All right, settle down, laddie. Settle
They're horribly blistered at the moment, but they should heal in time.
Well, we've got to
Nice
find
calves.
a dwarf that's been kidnapped, and I don't know if he's been eaten yet or not, but it's sort of along the same lines of work that you're in, rescuing people. So might as well come with us.
Very well.
Yeah, you guys know of a bunch of orcs that are troubling the miners to the east. You guys know about Wyvern Tor. Man, you guys have got so much stuff, man. The trial at the old Owl Well. You've already taken care of the red brands now, so that's pretty cool. You know, to find that druid that is in, you know, the druid that's sleeping with old RC's mom. And then you guys know about the Banshee too. So there's quite a few things that you need to do, and that's not even including trying to find Gundren at this castle, and the Wave Echo Cave, and the Black Spider. There's so much stuff you guys got going on, isn't it right? Isn't it nice, man?
Agreed, certainly.
All right, adventurers. So you guys are back in Phandelver, and you know about this emerald necklace now that Myrna would like to be found. So let's share the map with Phandelver with you guys.
Hey Dave, did I ever
back into town?
Did I ever negotiate that sword from that Nothic?
Oh, that's what I knew there was one thing I forgot. Yeah, the Nothic, he gives you that long sword that he had promised you, because you basically cleared all of those bad men, those bad humanoids, out of his home. So yes, he did offer you the long sword, and there is a long sword +1 that is now in your possession as well. Actually, a kind of a unique long sword, and I'll go into that in just a second as I pull up the Nothic encounter really quick. Barbarian, thank you so much, man.
And I explained to the Nothic that
appreciate
Droop's going to be hanging out there taking care of some things for us also.
Yeah.
And ask him if he's okay with that.
Well, this is what the sword looks like right here. This is what the hilt of the sword looks like.
Nice.
Like I said, it's a beautiful long sword that it looks like it's cased in a silver, chased scabbard, and the sword is inscribed with the name Talon, and the hilt looks like it's worked in the shape of a bird, with its wings outspread. And give me who's got, I guess Squall, you have the sword. Give me a history check. What area are you from, first off? Are you from around this area, Squall?
Yeah, I spent most of my time in like the high forest, probably northwest of here, and then a little bit into the Silver Marches up around Silvery Moon.
Yeah, why don't you give me a history check, and seeing that you're here, you can add a little bit to it as well. But even with and you have inspiration if you want to re-roll it. You're just trying to recall any kind of lore about this name Talon. All right, with the bonus, you made the DC. So you remember that you read one time this Talon. Basically, he was a great knight, and his nickname was Talon, but his name was Aldith Transcendar. So now you're like, Transcender Manor, and this sword belonged to Aldith Transcender, and he was basically known as Talon the Blackhawk, and this was his sword. And you recollect him dying, fighting off a horde of orcs that attacked this manor. So yeah, he was here. He died defending the manor, and the Nothic found it, and the Nothic told you that he found it.
So this is the same family that is buried in
the
sarcophagus. Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
cool.
You got it.
Does anybody have a problem if I hold on to this?
Oh no, I don't. I don't use swords, so it's all yours.
So you could actually use it.
Yeah, you got it. It's yours.
Awesome. So yeah, I want to make sure that Droop and we're gonna have to name the Nothic. I don't know. I'm not good with that, but are all cool, and maybe Droop can feed him so he's not going crazy. I don't know.
So
we want to negotiate with Droop. sometime.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. He's back at the manor with Squall. So I put the sword. It's called Talon. I've put that in the party sheet. So Squall, if you want to take it, just drag and drop it onto your inventory tab, and hopefully it should make a new item for you in the Actions tab. So we'll see. Okay, adventurers, you guys are back in Phandelver. All of the loot has been rewarded. I'll go ahead and... You guys want your money now? I can give you your money now.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
You guys got 42 gold apiece, 40 gold worth of gems, and 36 silver. And how I do gems, I don't know if you remember how I do gems, Devin, but instead of saying you got a 10 gold emerald and a 15 gold malachite and all this stuff, I just do gems as a universal currency. So you don't have 15 character sheets full of gems. So if you need,
gotcha.
it's just labeled generically as gems. So all right, everybody got their money. All right,
awesome.
And
so
you also have that staff too. So you also have that glass staff as well. It is.
Yeah, I want to try to identify that as soon as we get a chance.
Sure.
And I guess we will take Yarno to the town master's hall.
Harbin Wester.
Is it still night?
Yeah. It is. No,
Drop
by
him
this
off?
point, it is early morning. The sun is just now starting to rise above the horizon. So it is morning. It's probably about, I'd say about 7 a.m.-ish or so.
All right, I'm going to bust in the door to Harbin Wespers, the town master's bar.
You just break it right off of the damn hinges.
Just push it in hard, you know. The heroes are back.
So yeah, he was sitting at his desk basically, laddie. And as you push the door open hard, it slams open, the glass breaks on the door, and he's kicked back in his chair with his feet up on his desk, and you startle him and he basically falls out of his chair. And you hear him scrambling on the floor. Yeah, he stands up, he's got a dagger in his head, and he says, "I'm ready for you, Red Brands! I'm ready for you! Oh,
no.
Oh, hello.
It is us.
Hello, my friends. It's good to see you're back again. Oh, it's so good. Where did you find Yarno? Yarno, it's so good to see you again, my friend. Where have you been? Everybody has been so worried about you. And in fact, Sildar's coming down probably in the next 15 minutes or so. And we were going to go looking for you. Oh, it's so good. Yarno, how are you?
Yeah, how are you, Yarno, or Glasstaff? What do you want to be called today? This is the leader of the Red Brands.
No, I think you're mistaken. He's a member of the Lord's Alliance, my friend.
He's a member of the Red Brands, and we rescued the woodcutter's wife and family, and they'll be happy to testify against him.
Oh, yeah, they come right in, and as she walks past Yarno, she slaps him in the face again. His face, like the right side of his face, is just like cherry red from just having the shit slapped out of him all night and all morning.
And I'm like, my dear, you're going to hurt your hand. Here's a sock full of nickels. Use this instead.
A blanket party. She says, "Oh, I'm used to a bar of soap in here, but nickels will work even better. The bar of soap usually breaks." But anyway, that's for another show. That's for the Murder Hobo show. So anyways, she spills the beans to Harbin Wester, and she's going on for about 15 minutes. How, they captured her, they put her in this cell with her 2 children. They made her and her kids lick the floor and roll around like dogs, for days. It's been close to about a week or so now that they've been gone, and so Harbin's just taken back by all of this, and as she's still speaking her story, Sildar comes in, and Sildar's he's in shock when he's hearing this, and Yarno, he just looks at Sildar, and Sildar just says, "I'm disappointed," and he just turns away and doesn't look at Yarno anymore. And as you guys are owed some money too, so I believe that he offered you guys 100. No, that was for the orcs. But Yarno, he told you that he would reward you guys How much did you say that he was going to award you guys?
Yarno? He's not going to give us anything.
Well,
He's
no,
going to
I
jail.
mean Sildar. How much was Sildar going to reward you? Anybody remember?
I think it was
500
200.
each.
No,
500 each.
200.
Yeah, it was 200.
Yeah, I'll give you guys your experience now. You guys got another 100 apiece, and that is for rescuing the woodcutter's wife, and also for finding Yarno. And yes, here is the money, another 200 that's going to be split up. Wow, you guys are getting rich now.
So that puts us level 3.
Does it put you guys at level 3?
Does it?
Nice. You guys
Mine
get
has
another
900.
40? Wow, 900. Everybody's at there's a couple people at 900. Everybody can go ahead and go up to 900 XP. Okay. So you guys also have that quest for finding Cragmaw Castle as well that you need to worry about. You still have that Orc Trouble quest. Wow, you guys have a lot to do still, man. That's awesome. I like when there's so much stuff going on that you can just kind of do what you want, you know, and just kind of sandbox it around and just go wherever you want to go. All right, so in fact, I believe that Harbin told you that maybe the proprietors in Phandelver may come together with another small reward for you, and he'll get back to you later on that. But he is very, very, very happy that, you know, he's disappointed about Yarno being Glasstaff, as is Sildar, but they're happy that the Red Brand threat has been taken care of. And I'm sure Brunhilde, she'll be happy too, because her bar won't keep getting destroyed on a nightly basis.
Yeah, I think we need to have a party.
Yeah. Here's some more experience, by the way. Here's some other experience for the other rooms inside of the manor that you guys, like the crypts, the other barracks at the entrance, and also the slave pen area. There's a little bit more experience, 130 more experience for you guys. So you guys are definitely over 900 now, probably at 1,030 or whatever it is. So what say you, adventurers? You've got lots of stuff to do as the sun is up now.
Well, we haven't actually slept tonight, so I'm sure we're pretty tired. Although I'm glad to see the sun, and I do my, you know, my sacred signs, and I do my little chant, and then I think it's time to get some rest. Even though the sun is out, I think we need to sleep, gentlemen.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, and RC comes running into the, you know, and he's got sleep in his eyes, his hair's all messed up, and he looks at you for a second. He says, "You promised me, you told me that you were going to meet me outside of the manor, and I was going to be able to help you adventure." Boy, and he kicks you right in the shin. He says, "You're a real jerk," and he runs off.
You know what, Darcy? that freaking little jerk. I was going to give him a dagger, too. Well, he can just
all right. Okay, here,
no,
thanks.
Get out of here. Nope, too late.
Yeah, you are a jerk, and he kicks you again in the shin.
All right.
You were going to meet
I've had
me.
enough of that kid.
Everybody
I'm
hates
tired,
RC.
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for food and then sleep.
Sure, the breakfast buffet is still open at the Stonehill Inn, so you know Toblin keeps a nice spread of food in the mornings with all kinds of berries and fruits and vegetables and eggs and sausages and bacon and muffins and breads. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and get a long rest, which I'll tell the tracker right now that you guys are going to get a long rest, seeing that you guys haven't had a rest. So you guys have had a long rest, you had some breakfast, and now it's like early afternoonish as you guys wake back up about 2 or 3ish. And also Harbin has told you that they'll keep the villain Yarno, or aka Glasstaff, held in the prison cell below with the other Red Brand. Now, also, Sildar tells you as you guys are leaving that he's taking him back to Neverwinter to be tried, and he's going to be tried in front of the Lord's Alliance Council of Justice. So, Yeah, it doesn't
So long, and
look
I
good
know-
for Yarno.
Bam! He's getting hammered there. So,
Yeah.
I tried to identify this quarterstaff during my rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
During the
can I
long
know about
rest.
that?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's tell you what this is. It's just a staff. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man!
Let's see. Is there an image? There is no image, but you can just imagine this in your beautiful little mind on what this thing will look like. But it is after you spend about an hour or so trying to identify, well, a little while to identify it during your rest. You know that this is a staff of defense, and this is a slender glass staff. It's like a light bluish staff, and it seems to be as strong as oak. Thanks so much, Stig. I appreciate it, man. And let's see, you have to attune the staff, and it is a staff of defense. And like I said, it weighs 3 pounds, and while you are holding the staff, you gain a +1 bonus to your armor class. And the staff, and I'm changing this up a little bit about the staff because I'm going more into temporary items like this that have a bunch of spells and stuff on it. But this staff has, it will always be +1 to your armor class. But there are no rechargeable charges. So the staff has 10 total charges, and the 10 total charges you can cast either mage armor or shield. And if you're going to do shield as a reaction, it'll just take a charge instead of burning a spell slot. So you'll get, and I know that this staff does recharge every day, but I'm getting rid of that, and we're just going to keep 10 charges, and each mage armor or shield costs 1 charge. Okay?
Cool.
So you'll get a total of 10 charges, so make sure you note on there 10 charges. You can cast either mage armor or shield. And the charges will not recharge.
Yeah, I'll tell the group what it is, but I'm going to keep it unless they fight me for it.
Thanks so much, Stig, man. I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that, man.
No,
No?
It's all yours. Yeah, it's
All
all
mine?
yours.
All right. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Enjoy.
it suits you.
Man, look at that. You guys are getting some useful loot. I like it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with all of the different weapons that recharge at dawn. I'm just going to give them a permanent amount of charges, and then once you're out of charges, you'll still have an effect on the staff. You just won't have any more charges of the special power. So use them sparingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where do I put its charges?
Yeah, 10 total charges.
Where would I do that though?
You can just put by the name of the item. Just put in like parentheses.
Oh,
or
okay.
something, just 10
I'll put
charges.
it in my inventory. I'll keep track of them there. Okay.
Perfect. Or you could even just do a permanent preparation as on your actions tab. You can hit mode, go into preparation, and just hit 10 that expend the never recharge. You can do that too. And then when you use all 10, it'll disappear and you won't see any more charges left. And if you need help with that, just shoot me an email and I'll help you out. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, adventurers. So what say you as you guys have had a long rest? You've had some food. Oh, let me go ahead and make this shareable with you guys up here at the Ettermath Orchard. And let's share the Outerly Farm. You guys have been there. So you have all these green pendants now on the map. We'll give you guys Transcender Manor. Wow, got a bunch of stuff that you've already explored. So what do you think, guys? You guys are all rested up. Your bellies are full. Now the all-you-can-eat Golden Corral lunch spread is down there in the Stonehill Inn. What do you guys do?
I got turkey legs.
Yeah, he's got turkey legs. Actually, he doesn't have turkey legs, but he knows that you like him, and every time that he sees you, his wife runs you out a couple of them. That or Pip will.
Oh, awesome!
He says those things are expensive, but hey, you took care of the red brands, so he says, hey, it's on me. Well, it was on the Lord's Alliance anyway, but he says it's on me.
You're the best. I forget your name at the moment, but you're the best.
Name is Toblin. Toblin Stonehill. Toblin